Hey guys, Spud here, as always. And in front of us we've got a couple of F-15I Ra'ams cruising down the Gulf of Aqaba. Now today guys, I wanted to go over a very short video to kind of show you guys a very quick cold start procedure in the F-15E. And looking at the comments section of my cold start tutorial, as well as others that were published, a big concern a lot of you guys have is how long it takes to start up the F-15E and how complex the procedure is. Now the F-15E is just like any other aircraft that we have in DCS. The more you practice and the more you become familiar with the aircraft, the faster the cold start procedure is going to go. So today we're going to time ourselves and see how fast we can get our F-15E Strike Eagle ready for taxi. If you guys would like in a subsequent video for me to go over all of the differences between the F-15E and the F-15I and go over a little bit of the history, as well as probably have to throw in some F-15S trivia as well, because they're so interrelated, all three of these models, let me know in the comments section down below and I would be more than happy to. Please keep in mind that the F-15E Strike Eagle from Razbam is available for pre-order with a 30% discount on the Eagle Dynamics web store. Thanks guys, and let's hop in. Alright guys, welcome to Nevatim Air Base in eastern Israel on the upcoming DCS Sinai map. And before we hop right into our quick start for our F-15E, just a small note. I know that my cursor has been appearing as black in my YouTube videos, and this seems to be an issue that's affecting not just me, but a few other DCS World content creators that has to do with the way that Nvidia Shadowplay is recording DCS World as of late. Now, I'm not sure if this is a DCS issue or a Shadowplay issue. I'm guessing it's probably more of a Shadowplay issue. But I have searched high and low for a fix for this unsuccessfully. If any of you guys know of a fix for this, or maybe some ideas that I can try, if it works for me, I will absolutely share it with all of the other DCS content creators that are affected by this. It's really unfortunate because my cursor is still that very beautiful, visible yellow color. So I know it's hard for you guys to see, but unfortunately, I'm still looking for a fix. So let's hop right into quick starting the F-15E. I know a lot of you guys out there are worried about how long the startup procedure is for the F-15E and how complex the startup procedure is, but just like every other aircraft, have faith that as you practice and get more used to the flows around the cockpit, your cold start procedure is going to get faster and faster. So let's see how fast I can do it today. I'm just going to grab my phone here and we'll set up a timer and we'll see how well I can do. All right, timer, clock, app, there we go. Reset, and 3, 2, 1, here we go. We're on the clock now. First thing we're going to do is, of course, turn on our mic so we can talk to our Wizzo, Mr. Spud in the back seat there. Conformal tanks is going to be off. Inlet ramp switches to auto. Oxygen on. Generators, engine master switches to on. Starter switch for the JFS to on. ECS switch to auto. Start the JFS. Green ready light, first fire test. One fire warning light illuminated. We will crank the right-hand engine. We'll wait for our engine display to come alive. All right, fire test number 2. 3 fire warning lights, beautiful. All right, 26% RPM. Right shift home to bring the right throttle to the idle detent. So big time saver, guys, in the startup procedure of your F-15E is the JFS will disconnect from the starting engine at 57 to 58% RPM. So once you reach that point, you can actually crank your other engine right then and there. The engine that's just been disconnected will keep spinning up on its own as it gets to its idle RPM percentage. All right, we'll go ahead and crank our left-hand engine. Brake hold is going to go on. Our third and final fire test. All 5 fire lights are illuminated. Bitch and Betty is going to go through her entire sequence. 20% 26% RPM, right alt and home. Alright, and while the left-hand engine is spinning up, we'll clear out that master caution, and we'll bring down our canopy. We'll make sure that guy is locked. Turn on our UFC, turn on the brightness of our HUD, navigation master mode, radio 1 on, radio 2 on. We have display low flow is not illuminated, so we can bring our avionics online. Our MPCDs, our MPDs can come up. And moving aft of the throttle to the exterior lighting panel, we can turn on our position lights, our anti-collision lights, radar to standby, radar altimeter on, terrain following radar to standby, nav FLIR to standby, INS to GC for a full alignment. And we'll move right back to the UFC. We'll open up our kneeboard and we'll input our current aircraft position. If I can drag it over a little bit. Alright. Here we go. Shift north 3111354. We'll put that into the northing line. Shift east 03502-173. We'll enter that into the easting line. And we now have our INS aligning. That was quick. Alright, now they've got the INS aligning, now we can go through and start actually putting our systems together and getting everything online. So we'll program our displays here. Want to have armament, air-to-air radar, 2s. Want to have HSI, TSD, TPOD. On the MPD, we're going to have our TSD, HSI, and 2s. Up here, we're going to have our HSI on the right MPD, our HUD on the left, our ADI page on the MPD. Keep moving through the cockpit. We'll uncage our standby ADI. Local altimeter setting is set. Moving on through the rest of the cockpit here, we'll perform a flight control check. So we'll come up, check our crew chief, make sure he's watching. One control wipe with CAS off. One control wipe with CAS on. Making sure everything is looking good to go. Beautiful. All right. Alignment quality is 12.9. Let's head to the back seat and get stuff ready to go in the back seat. All right. MPCDs and MPDs coming on. We'll populate the pages we want. So TPOD, 2s, HUD repeater, and TSD. Uncage our standby ADI. Local altimeter setting 2995. Brightness up on our UFC. Oxygen on, of course. ECS, RWR, EWIS. Countermeasures to standby. Targeting pod, FLIR to standby. RWR ICS set to combat. And our mic switch set to on so we can communicate with our pilot up front. The beautiful Spud. We can probably see his helmet a little bit over there. Nice. All right. And back to the front seat. We will arm our ejection seat. And we'll just do a sweep through the cockpit, make sure we haven't missed anything or anything is out of place. All looks good. All right. And at this point, we are really just waiting on our INS to align itself. We did not do a lights test, so let's go ahead and do a lights test real quick. Just make sure everything is illuminating as advertised. And again, like I said in the full tutorial for the cold start, this is a great way to troubleshoot your aircraft in case you have a systems failure or battle damage and you believe a light should be illuminated and it is not illuminated. All right, alignment is getting closer to being okay. We'll bring our flaps down. Remember, flaps in amber are flaps in transit. Flaps in green are flaps in position. Takeoff trim is set. And we're just waiting a little bit here. Just getting our INS fully aligned. Shouldn't be too much longer now. And of course, as you're waiting for that INS to finish aligning, you can do any other housekeeping tasks you may have, such as maybe we have a TACAN that we want to input. So we go TACAN on, transmit, receive, air to air. Maybe we're going to hook up with a tanker. So TACAN 12 X-ray. Beautiful. Our INS is fully aligned, so we're going to go back to the sensor panel. Right click to bring it to nav. And we are ready to rock and roll, guys. That was a pretty quick startup. Let's check our timer here. And that was 7 minutes and 30 seconds on the dot right there, guys. Pretty darn quick startup once you get the hang of it, just like any other aircraft, whether that's a real complicated fourth generation aircraft like the FA-18C or a older, real simple prop job from World War II. So I hope this helped you guys figure out that it's really not that intimidating of an aircraft. It's very similar to a lot of the other aircraft you have experience with in DCS, and it's going to be a great aircraft for anyone who's new to DCS to be their very first jet. So I hope you guys liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Fly safe out there, guys.